So we're going to show you how to make a couple of different envelopes, and if you find an envelope that you like, and we have a couple here, you can make a pattern from any envelope if you carefully take it apart. And then you'll have a pattern and you can make an envelope from that. And this works with any envelope that you might find. This one happens to be a coin size envelope. And you could steam these, but then you have to wait for them to dry. Or you could just do what I'm doing and gently coax it so that you get a pattern. And you can actually make an envelope once you have a pattern out of most anything. And so see, you have your pattern here. And this is a A2 size envelope. And if you just gently take it apart at the seams, you really just want to get the general shape, and then you can trace a pattern. And so these happen to have interesting flaps, and you can also think about the paper that you have that you want to make the envelope out of and the shape, because some envelopes are bigger than others and some are smaller than others. Like this one here has a different flap in the back, and you'll be able to see the difference in size and how much paper that it's going to take. So like this one is much longer and needs a rectangle piece of paper, whereas this one's a little more square and it might work better with the paper that we have. So the small envelope here, the coin size envelope, we're going to put, we have a dictionary page, we have an old map page, and we have some wrapping paper. And so you can think about how you would want this to work. So this side is all about love, and so I'm probably going to orient this on the outside. I could do it this orientation, or I could do it this orientation. This is the top flap, and this is all about love. So I think I'm going to do it like this. And then all you have to do is trace around the page. And if this was really nice handmade paper, you might want to do the back side of the paper so that you don't have the pencil marks, unless you're really good with scissors, and then you can cut around that. So I have all the stuff about love, which will be on the front of this. And so the dictionary page is vintage, and I've been saving a few pieces for something just like this. And you could put a love note in here and tuck it inside of a letter, or you can put it in someone's lunch, which would be really nice. Or you could leave it in someone's car or on a nightstand, or just because. And so then you see you have the envelope here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you fold in the sides, and you can kind of see where the edges are. And then you've got the bottom flap and the top flap. My flap is a little wonky, but that's okay because it's handmade. And so then you just need a little bit of glue. You can see where it overlaps. And then along the bottom edge. And you have a coin envelope. And it talks about all different kinds of love, which is really fun. So now we have a larger one, and we have a map. And so I have my paper here, and I can, if you think it's not going to work this way, you can kind of see, well, it might work this way, it might work this way. And again, you have to think about your envelope. And this is the flap. What do you want people to see? You probably want them to see this area. So if I turn it over like this, you'll be able to see where you want them to focus. And I'm going to pick this section right here that has a little bit of Japan that they'll be able to see on this back flap. And so once I've designed where I want this to be, and I know I want this to show, I'm gonna flip it over like this so that I make sure that I get the piece I want. And then again, I'm just going to trace lightly all the way around. I'm using a pencil. You could use a pen, you could use a marker. And again, I've been saving some vintage maps just for this. They were getting rid of them at the library, and somebody gave them to me and thought I could do something with them. And so now I'm able to show you how to make an envelope with them. So you could go to your local library and see if they're getting rid of old books and magazines. National Geographics also work really well, and those are really thick and glossy, and they have super cool animal and earth images. Or you could find an old book like this. And you might want to use a pen because you can't see what you're doing if the paper is really got a lot of detail. And this is okay to see in pencil because it's actually the inside of the envelope. It's not going to be the outside of the envelope. And it's important to have like the tools that you use. Like right now I have these amazing scissors that I love. They're from Taiwan and they're called Tools to Live By. And I love them. And then you can see your pattern here. And then you've got your side flaps and your bottom flaps. So I call them the wings. And so you really want your wings to kind of go in first. And you can see where they end from what you cut. And then you've got the bottom, and you can see Japan because that was the piece that I wanted to show. I'm going on a trip to Japan, and so I'm going to put a note to my husband about this, and there's Japan there. And then your envelope is finished. And then you want to look and see where you want to put your glue. Doesn't that look cool? And there you go.